Hi. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube chaos. Oh, God. Here we go. All right. I'm going to talk about a particular story. It's a story at this point. It's not even it's an ongoing. Okay. Hold up. Control it. Okay. There's a situation that's happened in the high desert. The high desert. 2 little boys have gone missing back in December. And today, April 9th, they're still missing. Anybody? Anybody know what has happened in the last 38 days? We're going to say 38 because that's the best guess scenario backwards motion that I can go from YouTube chaos at its finest. 38 days. Let's say 38 to current. Not the first 38, about the 38 to current. There's been a lot of he said, she said, he has, I have informants. I have legit reason to believe. Are you gulping? Reason to believe. Who are you again? Who are you? I'm a person from YouTube. I sit on my couch and I watch TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for hobby. Who are you again? I'm public. I'm a couch surfer. Sorry, not sorry. You're so sad. Your pathetic ass is fantastically a stupid ass. But on day 63, plus or minus, YouTubers went and did some funny, shady shit. They did some shady shit. On day 77, they did even more shady shit. On day 78, somebody went and took down their shady shit. As of 3 days ago, the shady shit went... Okay, wait. 78 days? Shady shit made the news. Because YouTubers aren't getting along. YouTubers have all the right answers. YouTubers are better than the news, the detectives, the cops, the FBI, the searching, they're above them. Somehow they're above them. Somehow public thinks they're police, detectives, law enforcement. They just think that. They don't have any bearing on what they're doing. It's an ongoing investigation from December 21st, 2020. That hasn't ended. That hasn't had a conclusion. It doesn't have a final answer. There's reward money. There's chaos amongst people. I won't give all the YouTubers credit because I'm part of a YouTuber. I'm going to sit like this because I'm getting a backache. You guys have made this 2 kids missing in Cal City that went to Bakersfield only because the law enforcement is bigger, the crowd is normal, the things they have access to are bigger and better in a bigger city than a little tiny city that's a dot on a speed bump on the 58 freeway. Yeah, in the 14. Must believe that the law enforcement community is doing what they can and what they can be admitted now to do, because YouTubers think they're law enforcement, and private detectives and searchers, and harassing the cops at this point, and their tip line, and everything that goes along with chaos, and no uncertain words that anybody's probably going to go to jail, but they will probably have a record of being disruptive and making a case that's an ongoing investigation come to a standstill, because now the cops have to deal with this shit over here and making sure this lady doesn't get hurt because you took it there. And now they've had to pause the most important thing, the 2 boys that are missing out of Cal City that got put in the hands of Bakersfield, that organized a forum and police from other divisions and other areas to come help. But you guys don't think that that's happening when it is, which is sad. That you guys don't think for one second that the cops are doing the best they can under the circumstances they have gotten from the family, birth family, and alike. These kids vanished. They haven't been seen, sought, taught, or brought back to this place, alive or dead. They haven't been seen. They're not playing down at the park. They're not down the road at Auntie Jamel's house. I don't know. I'm gonna say, let's just say Wendy. Whack. They're not down the street. They're not at an aunt's house. They're not at a mom's house. They're not at a grandma's house. They're not at a great grandma's house. They're nowhere. They're like vapor. They're like what you smoke out your pipes, out your mouth. Exhausted. If I were a cop and I was working on this case, I'd be exhausted. I'd be spent. I'd be almost one half tempted to say, boss, for real, I need a vacation in the Bahamas right now. Because help. I need to recenter. I need to refocus. And this is like 700 people strong. We are so completely depleted from chasing air that we can't even take our own family on right now. We can't be home. We can't, because what happens at home? So how was your day, babe? And you have to rekindle it with your wife or your girlfriend or your significant other, because that happens. And you have to deflate somewhere. And now you can't even do that because everybody sees what's going on YouTube, on the news. So how can you come home? Let me know how you can come home and actually have a civilized conversation about, how are the kids today, babe? What's for dinner? Are we having a barbecue this weekend? Wait, I have to work. Sorry, not sorry, but I really could use a hot shower and a bed. Don't ask me about work today. It's not good. That's where they're at. They're in present under doing the mess that you guys created. Chaos. Put it on the news. Now the authorities are back involved from the chaos. So what's taking from that? The 2 kids missing out of Cal City. You guys have to remember, you're not the only fish in this bowl. Domestic violence, killings, trafficking, a gamut of things. Armed robbery, stolen vehicles, kidnappings, resisting arrest, unstable humans. Y'all are unstable right now. Let me tell you that. 5150s all day. You haven't brought the practice of patience. I am a law enforcement family member. And the patience is weighing on these people. The filings are taller than your age. Be respectful of the work that they're doing that you don't know they're doing. or what they've already covered, or what they have received. Be respectful of what they've accomplished this far. Nope, they haven't gone public. There ain't nothing to public to say. You guys have made a mockery of the public and the perception of the police department and detectives and FBIs and search parties and search affiliates. You've made a mockery of them. So be blessed that you can call 911 during your traffic accident and they show up because according to the phone number you're calling from, you've called and led the police down all these wrong directions, okay? And years go by and you have the same number and now you're having a heart attack. And they're going to keep you on the phone while you have your heart attack because they're confused. Are you seriously calling us about this heart attack? Are you just sending us to your heart attack? Don't let them second guess why you're calling them. Or don't let them be the insight. A girl like me that worked in that department, that took that phone call, that now has the wherewithal and the means to discuss while you're on this phone, put you on hold, dispatch, such and such department fire, such and such ambulance, such and such police department. Please respond to the following call. Bloop. We're sending somebody right away, babe. We'll be there soon. Are we good? I'll keep you on the line until the fire department, police department, the paramedics, all that is en route. Okay? Cool. Click hold. This lady has called us a multitude of times for different medical reasons, and none of them have actually led to a transportation of anything. So code 2 to it. I'll keep her on the phone. This happens in real life. I hear it daily. I've heard it for 25 years. Thank you. You're welcome. But then we didn't have the technology we have now to see how many times you actually call 911 or a non-emergency line. Hey, my dog next door is barking. We'll send an animal control officer there to let them see how much this dog barks, okay? Thank you for your call. Somebody may or may not get back to you. Thank you. You're welcome. Been there, done that, send that. Been there, done that. I did that a bunch of times. Or there's loud music playing. It's 7:15 in the evening. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's 10 by us, by the standards of the public perception of what is considered a nuisance call. If somebody calls and complains, they have the right to show up and ask you to turn down the music, no matter what time it is. You could say all day, I thought we had till 10. Nope. We've gotten a complaint, and we're here because it's a complaint. So we're going to make you aware of this complaint. Okay? Can you turn down your music? Okay, I will. If we get another call, we're going to come back and we're going to cite you. Okay? Because they have the right to say that too. So somebody calls later on that night, and the music's loud again. And now the cops have come again. And now they're going to say, who's the person that owns the property or rents this property? Boom. You're getting cited. Because we were here earlier today, because the 911 lady, the information person, said, hey, we were there earlier at 12:14, and now we're back at 5:45 or 7 o'clock or whatever the time is. Okay, now we're going to cite you. And at that time, they can cite you for a nuisance law, whatever that is. I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't care. And then they can cite you for that. If we get another call after the citation has been signed, we can then come back and take your equipment until the citation date. So we don't get numerous calls over and over and over and over and over and over from the neighbors. So now you're mad, right? Everybody gets mad. Then you blast it. Now the neighbor again calls because the 2 times you've been there before is not working. Now it's pissed them off even more. And now that person is called again, and now the cops come and they're taking your equipment, your speakers, your whatever you're blowing smoke through, don't matter. They're going to take it. So they're going to take it and they're going to say, sorry, not sorry, we're not running here again, but it is what it is. You have made a mess of the day for us to keep our focus on what's happening in your community And we have to keep coming back here for this. No, it's a civil matter. Have a nice day. Thank you. Welcome back. What happens? So the mockery of this case has done exactly that. We're going to come, we're going to come, we're going to go look, we're going to go look. The substantiality of why we're here on this vacant field is because we got all these things that really led us to believe that it could be true, right? But what's happening down the road on another, same investigation that these two kids have lost Malice and lost all the things, they're also doing an investigation over yonder that you have no idea about, nor does anybody else, because they can't share everything with everybody, and they don't want to. So, we have a phone line that has been abused, and we have people in places that have abused and abused and abused and abused and abused. Coming to yesterday's news, no, Wednesday night's news, that is what they kind of told you to stop. You have made a mess of this investigation because of all of your personalities have made it not cool. It is not legal. It is not fact. It is not pertaining to facts. If you have it, stand on it. Why are you talking to other YouTubers about it? Making sense yet? Don't talk to a YouTuber. Because they're the ones that's causing the chaos in the law enforcement community to make sense of what's going on in this case. Call them yourself. Don't care if you have 19,000 warrants. We don't care. We don't care even if you call from the jail. Because that's happened in this case. People have called from the jail and say, I know something. I know something. Really? What do you know? It's being recorded. Your mail's checked all the time. It's happened. Leave the YouTube to the YouTube fight. If they do something illegal, call the cops. Without question, it's on you to call the cops, not anybody else's but yourselves. If you have source, if you have solid as in pictures printed out, addresses, phone numbers, and your full name and your date of birth and your driver's license number, they'll talk to you. Otherwise, shut your door. Don't let them people come knocking on your door again. Don't let anybody fall into that trap. They're doing it illegally. They're nobody. They are couch surfers looking for something to do. It's 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten today. I'm going to go. But you guys think about it. Somebody knocks on your door and you haven't offered them, if you haven't asked them to come. Like, Amazon dings your doorbell and leaves. They brought you something you bought. The mailman brings you a box that doesn't fit in my neighborhood anyway, doesn't fit in your mailbox. He'll plop it on the front door and ding the doorbell. Yeah, I guess, unless you have something that you have to actually sign for, like alcohol. Welcome, Amazon. People buy alcohol and get it delivered to your house. You have to sign it. You brought them to your house. If they aren't from something you did, don't allow. That's all I have to say. They're doing it illegally. The cable guy, they don't come to your door anymore. Hey, I was just wondering, I don't see DirecTV on your front porch. Would you like to have a subscription to that? They don't do that anymore. Why? Because there's a lot of independent contractors out there that don't have badges that say, I work for DirecTV, yo. The city sends you a letter if they're going to shut your water off at the front street. They'll send you a letter. Hey, they're going to repave your street. They're going to send you a letter. And then they're going to ask you to move your car. If your car's not moved on that day, they might bring the utility worker up to your house and say, yo, did you get the letter the other day? We're doing some work out front. I want to move your car because we're getting ready to tow it. They give you enough warning. I'm going to a business today. I'm going to ask for somebody. And they're probably going to go, what is this pertaining to? Are you this person? Nope. Is she here? I don't know. Is she? They can give me a bunch of shit and they can, and that's fine because they didn't ask me to come. I'm coming to represent somebody. And then I might say, I'm a process server. And generally, they'll back the fuck up. Oh, shit. We want to know her business now because she's in deep trouble. If you don't pay your bills, they'll come for your car. If you don't pay this, they'll come for your house. If you don't pay this, they'll shut your lights off. There's reasons why they have a shut off. Because you do shut off shit. So don't become the shut off. Be the preventer of that. If they come to your house, they knock on your door, they're not welcome, have a nice day, call the cops. Doesn't hurt. Because you can end up dead at the door. Toodles. Bye. Gotta go.